Hey gang, welcome into the LL Spring Sports Roundtable with Jason Garente, Jeff Reinhardt here, LMP and Lancaster Online. Welcome in. It's almost May. It's starting to get warm. You keeping up?
It's short sleeve weather.
I know. I gotta raid my closet here and do better with the attire. Okay, let's start with tennis because we actually have a champion. They're handing out medals, first ones of the spring. LL League Boys Team Finals were Wednesday at Conestoga Valley. Manheim Township won, Blue Streaks, upset.
Yeah.
I think we can call it an upset. Streaks 3, Hempfield 2. Black Knights get their first loss of the season, and it's in the LL final. Two old rivals going at it. It came down to number 3 singles. Julian Clark, Manheim Township, beats Sam Keener 7-6, 7-5 to clinch it. Township also won both doubles matches. Jack Reynolds and Nate Hager win. Jake Palangian and Canyon Curry win. Hempfield got singles wins from Cooper Lehman, not a surprise, and Braden Garcia. But Township wins both doubles, and Julian Clark wins at number 3 singles. So congrats, Township. They are the first spring champ 2025. Coming up next on the LL side, singles and doubles tournament gets started on Thursday. And the District 3 tournament, boy, they don't mess around. They go right into districts. Team tournament starts next Tuesday. Townships in, Hempfield's in, Country Day in AAA are all in. All right, that's tennis. We have a champ. Congrats, Township. You wanted to start with track and field, our guy, Keller.
Yeah, let's talk records. LL records are a big deal. Prior to last season, Kyle Morgan went through the archives. And we have top 20 in every event, boys or girls, relay or individual event. And they're sprinkled onto our website. They go with the stories when it's relevant to the text.
Good stuff.
It's a great resource. It's one of a kind. I don't know of another paper that has that. So Nick Keller at Ephrata, senior, broke the 200-meter sprint record. He ran 21:31 at the Shippensburg. It's the Jack Roddick Invitational. That's the same venue where the district and state championships are held. The record was held by Lampeter Strasburg's Ezra Mellinger.
I remember him.
All-timer.
Oh, yeah.
21:40 was the old record. He's also the greatest long jumper in LL League history, so just a one-of-a-kind track and field athlete. Keller broke that record, finishing 4th in that race. So it was an incredibly fast race. His best event is the 400.
Yeah.
So it's impressive that he were to break a record in something that I wouldn't say is his best event. He's 4th all time in the 400 at 48:22. So we're talking about one of the greatest sprinters the Lancaster Lebanon League has ever seen. He's still going to try to lower that time. And breaking 22 seconds is a big deal.
Yeah.
He did 21:31. Only 2 boys have broken 22 seconds in the last 17 years. So you're in rare territory with that number. The other time I want to mention is Ella Petrosky, Lancaster Country Day. She competes for McCaskey, broke 12 seconds in the 100 meters. Ooh. She's a freshman.
Wow.
Only 6 girls have ever done it. I don't believe a freshman has ever done it. She is on a trajectory to who knows where. The league record is 11:89, set last season by Alondra Montijo Ortiz of Conestoga Valley. So that's the big number for her to get to. But she's already under 12 seconds, and she's a month into her high school career.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And she's also part of that relay team, the 4x1 that broke the record. So she has 2 league records, and she's barely getting started. So those were the 2 big breakthroughs in track and field over the weekend.
Okay. Cadell.
We
have not mentioned her a whole lot this spring. How's she doing?
For her, it's all about
later states.
I mean, she's not going to burn out her greatest times in April and May. I mean, she's the favorite to three-peat in the girls 400, and she's a contender for the 200 in the girls. And
there you go.
She already owns the LL record in both, and the records are just out of this world. Nobody's ever been close to her. So you don't really even think about her until it's time to start handing out the big golds, because that's when she shows up and dominates.
But she's healthy and doing her thing, and
she wasn't at the Black Knight, so we didn't get to see her run there. And that's the big invitational. And then the Lebanon County Track and Field Championships are Friday, so you'll see all of the best. That's a big deal for Lebanon County kids.
Big time.
Because they get to call themselves county champs, winning that. It's not the league championships, but it's close in terms of prestige for them.
Interesting. Okay, we'll keep an eye on her. Okay, let's go softball. Name drops galore. Are you ready?
Okay.
Good stuff in softball. Okay, Section 1 tied. Warwick 5-1, Penn Manor 5-1, Township hanging around at 4-2. Warwick beat Penn Manor 8-5 last week to forge a tie for first place. Rematch Penn Manor at Warwick May 5th, which will be here before we all know it. Okay, fun stats from Section 1. Warwick, Marley Martin, 324, 4 homers, 15 ribs. Penn Manor, Haley Kreider, 474, 12 RBIs. Township, May Castillo, hitting 357 with 18 ribs. Good race in Section 1, keep an eye on that. Section 2, this is all Solanco. They're playing unbelievable. 6-0, alone in first, comfortably over LS, which is 4-2. Solanco 14-0 overall. Only one of 3 teams in District 3 to be undefeated in the last week of April. 167 runs for Solanco. Holy cow. They have 4 kids with 20 RBIs or more. 31 for Sarah DiFrancesco. Delaney Gote, she's hitting 600, Jason, with 5 homers and 23 RBIs. So keep an eye on Solanco. Big doings there. They got a comfortable lead here at the halfway point. Section 3, Northern Lebanon. They also have a comfortable lead. Vikes are 6-0. Elko's 3-2. Donegal's 3-2, and Manheim Central's 3-2. Gabby Smith, we haven't talked about her in a couple of weeks. Elko, check the numbers. 696. Oh, she's not making outs. 10 homers, 24 RBIs. She's 6-1 in the circle with 97 punchies. That's pretty good. Section 4, Logjam. Lancaster Catholic, 5-1. Anvil Cleona, 4-1. Octorara, 4-1. So that's a great race in Section 4. Fun stats, Catholic, Ava Pisano, 474, 5 dingers, 17 RBIs. Anvil, Danica Setlock, 556 with 20 ribs. Octorara, Delaney Amole, 390, 17 RBIs. Great stats for LLL girls softball. District 3 power ratings, let's drop this. Northern Lebanon's #1 in 4A. Solanco is #1 in 5A. So could have a couple of top seeds there. Solanco, I think, locally has kind of been the story, 14-0 with crazy stats. Golden Mules are playing great. I do not know who the ex-WOBA leader is in softball.
Have to check softballreference.com.
I know, yeah, ex-WOBA. Keep an eye on that stat. Okay, that's softball, good stuff. Where are you going?
Baseball.
All right.
4 undefeated section leaders. Hempfield defending district and state champs.
There you go.
LS, Manheim Central, Northern Lebanon. They're the front runners. It gets interesting in the fights for second place, especially Section 1. There's 3 teams with 2 losses. Ephrata, Township. Township's the defending league champ. Yes. Ephrata's the defending Section 2 champ. They moved up. But the other team is Penn Manor, who no one has really mentioned. They're kind of the forgotten good team in Section 1. They're 4-2 in section play and are trying to squeeze into the league playoffs. And you want to get into the league playoffs because you can win it, especially a Section 1 team.
Absolutely.
A couple of names for Penn Manor. Cole Miller's hitting 395. He's their top hitter. Angel Luna's a 300 hitter, and he's their catcher, one of the big leaders of that team. So they're trying to sort of crash the party. Township and Ephrata play Wednesday night, which is tonight. Ephrata already beat Township the first time, so this game is at Township's home field, so they have a chance to move ahead. One of them will drop to 3 losses in the section, and one of them will move into a tie with Penn Manor for the moment. So that's the interesting thing in Section 1. Section 3, Manheim Central beat Donegal on its home field and is in first place by 1 game. Donegal and Manheim play at Mount Joy to end the regular season, so that could end up being for either sole possession of the section or the outright section championship, depending how it falls. So that's really the closest race for first place within the league.
Cool. Okay, good stuff in baseball. Volleyball. This has been a great season of volleyball around here. It seems like every Tuesday, Thursday, there's a 5-setter. Last Tuesday, Hempfield, Warwick. Warwick beats Hempfield 3-2, 18-16 in the 5th. I mean, just great stuff. Section 1 is now tied in the loss column. Warwick beat Cedar Crest on Tuesday night, covered that 3-2, knocked down, drag them out. Incredible match in Lidditz. So now Warwick is 7-1 and Cedar Crest is 6-1. So tied in the loss column. Crest remained at number 4 in the state rankings in AAA. So they're really good. Hempfield still hanging around 6-2. Section 1 matches to circle coming up. May 1st, Hempfield at Cedar Crest. May 8th, Warwick at Hempfield. So still a lot to figure out. 2 teams with 1 loss. Section 1 race has been a Jim Dandy. Phenomenal. Section 2, Manheim Central out front. Barron's 9-0 in section play, 10-0 overall. They're number 2 in the state in AA. Cocalico right there on the Barron's heels at 8-1. CV hanging around at 7-2. Thursday, Manheim Central at Cocalico in Denver. Eagles win, they force a tie for first. Barron's win, and they're in the driver's seat for the title. I'll catch you Thursday night in Denver. That'll be fun. Do want to mention last week, Manheim Central beat Cedar Crest. Remember that big non-league matchup last week? Barron's won 3-0 over Cedar Crest. Wow. Yeah. Barron's were tested and they come out and shut out the really good Falcons. That's it for volleyball. Good stuff down the stretch there. The Warwick Crest race is going to be great. We'll see if the Barons can wrap things up in section 2. Lastly, Lax. That's a lot of L's. Go for it.
Manheim Township boys are up 2 now in section 1. Penn Manor suffered a loss, so they fell 2 back, and they still, Township still goes to Penn Manor, but now the gap is too big to cut with that 1 game. So Township's in the driver's seat, which is not a surprise. Nope. Section 2, LS is 9-1 and number 2 in the 2A power ratings. So they are the front runner in that section, and the team that would like to take on Township in the championship eventually and compete for a district championship, which Township is one of the favorites in 3A. So we have contenders in both classifications. Nice. Cole Lopez and Grant Phileas are the leading scorers for LS. On the girls' side, Township girls are up 2 games. They're virtual lock to win the section. What's interesting is Penn Manor and Hempfield are tied for second, so they'll be fighting for that playoff spot. They've already split their 2 meetings, and they both still have Township on the schedule. So there's a decent chance that'll come down to a tiebreaker, and it's very close in power rating. So that'll be sort of a seesaw back and forth the rest of the way to see who gets that second playoff spot out of section 1. Cocalico is in the driver's seat in section 2. Girls lacrosse, they're up 2 in the loss column. Izzy Rios with 27 assists. We wrote about her this week for Cocalico. They're 5th in 2A, so not quite as high seeded as LS, but could be a factor. You know, they play a tough schedule. E-Town's in 2nd place right now with the Danny Bruno and Callie Love Morris tandem. I mean, they've combined for, I believe, 150 some goals. So just bonkers numbers for them. So E-Town they'd like to get in. They have one of the league's greatest players, and maybe try to create some noise if they can get into the semifinals.
There you go. Nice. Speaking of Lax, this is a tease. This is a tease. We'll be welcoming a new panelist next week. Make sure you tune in for that. For the good of the order, let's talk hardball. We got a local guy going up to the bigs.
Nick Kurtz, who played at Manheim Township his freshman season, and he moved away. He became an All-American at Wake Forest. Was the 4th pick in the draft last summer by the Athletics. No longer Oakland Athletics.
Nope.
The highest draft pick in Lancaster County baseball history.
There you go.
And he has been called up to the big leagues, and he's expected to make his debut Wednesday night, which is tonight, and is one of the top prospects in the game, the A's #1 prospect, and one of the greatest players to ever come out of this area. So congratulations to him.
He hits bombs.
He hits incredible power. Left-handed first baseman, 6'4", 250, just kills the ball. One of the most exciting players in the minor leagues. Everyone was talking about him before his call-up, waiting for him to get up here. And he came back home to Township over the summer before he was drafted and took BP at his old field with his old team, and the kids got a big kick out of it. So that was fun.
Last thing for the week, girls basketball All-State came out. We're still waiting on the boys. Girls came out. Tip of the cap, Kyla Correa, Lebanon, on her way out. First team, 6A, 2nd year in a row, phenomenal career. Janae Patterson from Pequay Valley. She made 2nd team AAA. What a year for her. She'll be back next winter. And tip of the cap, Desi Smucker from Linville Hill. She made
team.
first team, single A, leading them all the way to the state finals. What a career for her. So congrats to those kids. Okay, LL Spring Sports Roundtable. Spring Sports continuing to roll on. A lot of good stuff coming up. Congrats to Manheim Township for winning the tennis title. We'll catch you back here next week. For Jason, I'm Jeff. Enjoy the spring sports. We'll see you later.